Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting unboxing where today we take a look at some more vinyl records. Yeah. All right, so as usual, we're gonna take a look and see what what records Vinyl sent me, and we'll do a little bit of a mini experience review kind of thing in the middle. That's where I'll show you off really good photos of the covers, the inserts, and whatnot. But first, real quick, let me tell you about Vinyl. Basically, it's a monthly subscription. I think you can pick one record or three, and you can add to that, I believe. I have a link in the description below. And I believe after tax and everything, it's about $39 a month. So 3 vinyl records for 39 bucks. That's pretty good. As long as you like them, you don't hate them all. But the trick to that is you gotta put some work in up front. I'm tied to my Spotify and my Discogs, so they can look at my Discogs and see what I have, what's on my wish list, and they don't send me things I already have. Gives them a better sense of my taste. But they also can look at my Spotify, what I've been listening to, what I like, and they kind of make recommendations based on that. You get a handwritten note and everything. And for the most part, they do a really good job of giving me what I like. Plus, when you sign up, there's a whole form you can fill out with name as many bands as you've ever loved. That will really help. Definitely name a few bands that you just cannot stand. That will really help. All that kind of stuff. Really take your time filling that out, and you should have a pretty good experience with it. And at least the way I'm coming to it is I'm looking at them to help discover new music for me, because I don't have a lot of time to dig into that myself, and they've done a pretty good job of that. Last month's box had a couple of stellar records in it. Actually, all 3 were stellar last month. But anyways, we're gonna get in here today. We're gonna see what we got, and let's just jump right into it, to paraphrase a certain incredible YouTuber. All right, so I'm gonna tear the strip of this beautiful pink box. Oh, this is the December box. I didn't mention that up front. And let's see what we get. There should be, sometimes there's like an insert of some sort. I do not feel an insert of any sort, so we're just gonna jump in there with the first record, which is like a 10-inch? Interesting, I haven't gotten one of these. Rocky Vitolo and Chuck Reagan, Kindred Spirit. Limited edition color vinyl. So it's a split 10-inch. Side A is Rocky Vitolo, Sparks of Recovery, St. Louis, Let Go. Side B is Chuck Reagan with accompaniment by the Camaraderie, Justice and Fair Shake featuring Dave Haas, Vagabond featuring Ben Nichols, John Snodgrass and Chad Price, that's a cool name. 3 Before the Dust featuring Ben Nichols. So, okay, so I think this is gonna be kind of folksy, I guess. I try to listen to these records and then listen to them again before I do my review, but it can also, just depending on my mood or whatever, so I try to include that in my review. That's where I talk about an experience going through the records. But that should be cool, and it's limited edition, and it's got a color vinyl and a download card, so we'll find out more about that in a minute. All right, so the next record up in this collection is, and we got our handwritten note. We'll get to that in a bit too. So the next record up we have, ooh, I like this. Oh, oh my God. What? What? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm about to I'm about to cry. We've got new Goblin, the Tour 2013 EP. The Art of Soundtracks Death Waltz recording, Goblin Tour EP 2013. Legendary Italian band Goblin present 4 exclusively re-recorded classic tracks to support their 2013 world tour. Brand new versions of Suspiria, Tenebrae, Roller, I don't know that one, and Profondo Rosso. Oh my God, that's incredible. One-off pressing on red vinyl with cover art by Graham Humphreys. Oh, again, you're gonna get a better look at this in a minute, but oh, I love Goblin. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe my 4K Dawn of the Dead set finally showed up. It's been stuck in processing for over a month. Oh, wow. I mean, I'm just kind of giving you a quick look at it here. The colors are gonna be a little off in this awkward record collection room I'm in. I'm not trying to pretend that's real. I'm just, it just looks nice. That is incredible. This is the best, this is like the best box already. I got another record. I don't know what this first record is. It'd be weird if that is folk, to go from folk to Goblin. They usually kind of keep it somewhat in the same vibe. Oh, speaking of vibes, before we move on, and I can't wait to check this out. Every month at about the 19th, you're gonna get an email. It doesn't auto do this. You have to do this every month, where you're gonna get a choice of a record that is the vibe of the month, and if you choose that, you can listen to it in advance. They'll do a couple of records based on your taste that fit with that record, or like I do all the time, I choose Curated. I just let them find the entire curation for me, so I'm good with that. I don't know how we can't top Goblin. we can't. I don't know what this next record is. It would be mind-blowing if it tops Goblin, but, and what a rarity. Like, that's like oh my God. All right. Third record is, I don't know it. Phony, Knock Yourself Out. Pink and white marble vinyl exclusive. Limited to 400. Ooh, smart punk. So we're getting some punk too. Sweet, you know that's where I love to go. So side A, The Shots, Peach, Waffle House. Hell yeah. I made a song called Waffle House years ago. Relax and Captor. Side B, I'm Not Going to Your Show. Turnstile Effect, Gold, 2000 and End. And this is from 2020. This is like brand new too, so awesome. And I guess, you know, I show you off all the components on the end on the picture, so I don't really need to do that here. You know, I'm just trying to tighten up these videos a little bit. Some of them are way too long sometimes. That is very interesting and very cool. Oh, wow. So, two things I don't know anything about. Goblin, which I may be listening to tonight, even though Mary and I are about to watch a live stream TSO show. Nothing else in the box. I'm not showing the other side because I didn't cover my mailing label, my address, you know what I'm saying. All right, so, whew. Wishing you joy, joy, joy. Well, you have definitely brought joy, joy, joy to my heart. I see this is curated by Holly. I think Holly has hooked me up before. Let me show you a little bit about that so you can look at it while we read here. So the handwritten note is, "Hey Eric, this month for a fan of horror movie scores, I'm sending you the delightfully spooky sounds from Italian horror score experts Goblin and their Tour 2013 EP. I love you, Holly. Thank you so much for that. Next, the latest from Phony with Knock Yourself Out. It comes on exclusive pink marble vinyl." Yeah, I knew that. And then finally, the unexpected tones of Rocky Votolato, sorry, I was saying it wrong before, and Chuck Reagan's split EP, Kindred Spirits. Have fun. Cheers, Holly. Okay, I really appreciate that, but what I'm missing from this month's card is in the past, they've given me some indication as to why they chose those records for me, or at least kind of gave me some idea of what to expect tonally by being like, oh, they're kind of like this band or come from this band. So I'm a little disappointed in the handwritten note this time, just because it's like, here's what I sent you. It's like, okay, but why? I like it when they tell me why. That really helps me out. But regardless, this is gonna be awesome. So let's get in there and let's see what I think about these records. All right, well, it was a somewhat weaker box overall this month, but you know, I also had a shorter time to listen to things, so I only really got to listen to most of these records twice. That being said, last night I listened to all three, and here is what I'm thinking. So we're going from my least favorite to my most as we do this. So first up at the bottom is gonna be Phony, Knock Yourself Out. It starts out with a chill, laid-back, slightly depressing synth indie rock track, The Shots. Not a great way to pull me in, but then it gets a bit more promising as it picks up its energy and brings a tiny bit more of a Nirvana kind of vibe, but not as interesting as they were. Track 2, Peach. It starts off giving me a Butch Walker vibe a little bit, and I'm actually digging on this track a good bit, digging the guitar rhythm in this one particularly. This record is bringing the 90s alternative vibes for sure. Not sure I dig the vocal style change on Waffle House. I feel it would have been more memorable and catchy if that particular song were sped up a whole bunch, maybe double time or something. Halftime, double time? I don't remember what the proper way of saying that is. Then we have Relax, which has a good energy and a catchy chorus, and it brings a touch of blues or kind of a vintage blues rock at least. And next we have Captor. Definitely brings that depressed Kurt Cobain vibe at its start, but evolves into a bit of a chill Phantom Planet type of vibe as well. It builds into a real nice outro for the song and an ending of side A. On side B, we start off with a voicemail, and I'm just not typically a fan of voicemails on records, especially like on vinyl records where there's no skip. It doesn't really bring anything, and it's just kind of there. So I'm not really feeling the track Turnstile Effect. It's too light, melancholy, sad, and just light. I don't really have a better word for it. Until it starts kicking some ass in the middle, so at least it picked up. Gold is okay. It's got a nice production, reminiscent of maybe Sonic Youth, or maybe more Smashing Pumpkins in like the Today era. 2000 is a slightly odd mishmash of styles and tones. It's not doing much for me. And then End is an outro noise type of ending that wasn't built up to, and it's not deserved to end this record at all. So much like the voicemail, that's just wasted space.
Overall, there are a few bright spots on here, but for me, it's just not clicking. I did enjoy it more on my second listen than the first, however, so I might give it a few more times to see if it will grow on me any further. So next up, we have the 10-inch split from Rocky Votolato, I think, and Chuck Reagan called Kindred Spirits. I will point out, I don't have the greatest record player in the world. It's not a piece of crap, but it does not have a 10-inch setting, so it's kind of the first time I've had to like manually set the arm. Not a problem, just throwing that out there. So on side A, we start with Rocky Votolato, Macumba Matata. Anyways, it's a nice, full, warm, and inviting tone and production right from the beginning. A laid-back, not quite country vibe kicks off with sparks of recovery. St. Louis brings a light mix of southern and folk, which is fairly pleasant. And then Let It Go, once again, is pleasant. This whole side is just kind of light, plain background music, but really good for background music. It could be a relaxing mood setter if you want it to. Obviously, these reviews are short because these records are short. Now we flip over to side B with Chuck Reagan, and all right, now we are kicking it up. Great energy, great production, nice Americana folk / pop punkish energy, and I'm loving it. Justice and Fair Shake is an awesome start to this side of the record. The vocals are just oozing with passion, and you really feel this singer has something to say. Vagabond continues the great vibe, even though it dips more into the country music side than I'd prefer it did, but I'm still digging on it. This track also has a pretty great bridge and a great breakdown near the end. I love the opening guitar and string work at the start of Before Dust, but I really love the chorus with an almost choir of singers. It does build into a wonderful outro for the record and this half itself. Overall, Chuck Reagan is way more exciting to me on this split. I would like to check out more of his work, and I'm very happy to have this one, and at least that side in particular will be listened to many, many more times to go. Many, many more times over and over, whatever. Rocky Votoloto, whatever though, just really didn't make any kind of lasting impression for me, so I don't know that I'm really looking for more from him. And of course, my favorite, obviously my favorite one in here is Goblin, or New Goblin if you must, just legally. The Tour 2013 EP. Well, what can I say? This isn't going to have a lot to be said here because it's Goblin. I love Goblin. I've heard these songs, not these versions, but I've heard these songs a lot. I'm a huge fan of horror films, especially Dario Argento. He's in my top 3 favorite directors of all time. So of course I love Goblin, and I already own many of their albums. But this is a great work. Modern recordings of musical suites, not really suites, but kind of, for 3 out of 4 of their master works. The lack of Dawn of the Dead representation is the only thing keeping this from being perfect. The production feels new, yet it sounds classic like it used to. Profondo Rosso, aka Deep Red, is like my 3rd all-time favorite musical work from Goblin, so the record starts off in a very, very great place. Admittedly, I don't know the entire catalog from Goblin or every Italian horror film ever made, so Roller is semi-new to me. However, it is drenched in their sound and style, so it's definitely ear candy. And that's the end of side 1, but the tracks go on a pretty long while, so it's not like it's super short. But then side B kicks off with Suspiria, the second greatest work, only behind their work on Dawn of the Dead as far as my tastes go. So while this is still an incredible version of this track, I do miss the higher, more childlike la 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 whispering over the more bassy, guttural ones found here. The ending of this version of the song is incredible though, with some mild new touches of synthwave that we hadn't really had in the original, so I adore it. And then of course we're going to close out with Tenebrae, however you say it, which is it's just such an amazing film. I like to call this a killer film with a killer soundtrack, and this is a killer theme. Such a catchy groove to this one. Like I said, I didn't have a lot to say because it's Goblin, there's only 4 tracks, and I know I love them, but I just love these guys, and this will be a highly prized and cherished addition to my record collection for many, many, many years to come.
All right, well, hopefully these are as cool as I thought they were, but already, I don't care. I would have paid, I don't even know what this goes for, but I would have paid like $39 just for this. If I saw this in the store, it was like $39, I'd be like, yup. because I mean it's freaking Goblin. It's kind of a bit of a more of a rarity. You know, I don't know that it's limited or super rare, but I mean it's not like just. I have a lot of Goblin scores, so I'm very excited for that. But hopefully the other stuff is really good too. This might be like 3 types of genres, because Goblin is definitely its own thing, but man, Claudio Sametti, dude, I'm stoked to check this out. So I got that Dawn of the Dead remake record where like the new band re-recorded the tracks from Dawn of the Dead, and oh, it's so good. So I'm hoping that's what I'm gonna get another taste of right here. But all right, what do you all think about this month's vinyl? Do you like the box? I know some people have had success, some people haven't. What do you think about these records? What do you think about my thoughts on these records? Do you have thoughts on these records? Let me know. Definitely geek out with me in the comments. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Other than that, you can click that thumbs up button and give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. You can check out my Patreon channel. You can go to patreon.com, look up TheEricButts, or use the link in the description below. For $1 a month, you're gonna get an extra video every single day. Video game Let's Plays, movie reviews, vlogs, all kinds of crazy stuff. We have a blast over there. Come on over, be a Patreon peep. It's a real good time. All right, all that said and done though, I guess I gotta get out of here because we got more boxes to open and a TSO live show to watch, and then I guess I'm gonna be listening to some Goblin later. Very Christmassy, right? Perfect. Did Goblin ever make a Christmas album? Because I want it. All right, thank you everybody. I'll see you again in the next week or whatever. You know, every Tuesday you get a solo unboxing is what we're doing these days. So have a great one. I'll see you soon. Take care. I don't know what I say anymore. Later.